So my topic is going to be on the English Civil War. The English Civil War started in 1642 and ended in 1649. And between that time period, there were two civil wars, and I'm only going to be talking about the first one. The first one started in 1642 and ended in 1646. There were many reasons that led up to the Civil War. When Charles I ascended to the throne in 1625, the British were angry with several religious, political, and social divisions that had been growing since the late Tudor period. With Charles being at the throne for about 4 years, these arguments had revealed into bigger and deeper disagreements between kings and parliaments. There were no single cause why the war started, but we can identify three of them: politics and power, religion, and economic policy. So after talking about that, the cause that led up to war, the war, I'm going to explain what happened during the war. So, like I said, the first war started in 1642 and then ended in 1646. In the beginning of the war, the whole summer was taken up by finding recruitments to fight for the war. English did not have any standing army, which means that they didn't have any men that fought all year round or like had much training. So they had to go off based off of no training or like half training, which isn't that good, but that's all they had. So after the whole summer, each side had about 20,000 men who had half or no experience at fighting. The first battle took place in October. The result of this was inconclusive, and the only thing that we know is that there were about 1,000 men who died that day. After that, there were about 10 more brutal battles in the beginning of 1643. Then in July, Prince Rupert again came to the fore in the successful storming of Bristol, a key port and armory. The first battle of Newbury in September 1643 saw 15,000 men who fought on each side in the longest battle of the war, but it ended in another draw. After that, the Parliaments had received a great boost in December of 1643 when they signed an alliance with the Scottish Covenanters. The next significant engagement was the Battle of Marton Moor in July 1644, the largest battle of war with over 45,000 men in the field. It ended up in a great victory for the Parliamentarians' forces. Next came the second Battle of Newbury in October 1644. The result was indecisive when a superior round-headed army should have won. The missed opportunity led to bitter recriminations and decisions by parliaments to recognize its forces into a more professional, trained, and led army. So they're going to get more like people who have been trained longer, like year-round, to be better in the army and win. The Model Army's first major test came to the Battle of Naseby in North Hampshire in June 1645. This was led by Sir Thomas Fairfax. The new Model Army won a crushing victory. The king fled to Wales and then to the far north of England. At the siege of Bristol in 1645, the Royalists lost their main port, with a few more battles culminating in victory at the Battle of Stow-on-the-Wold in March 1646. So ending the First Civil War. However, the capture of Charles, personally right in cabinet as Naseby, revealed that the March had no intention ever negotiating for peace, and was even trying to engage Catholic troops from Ireland to fight on for his cause. So he was just trying to get troops and didn't care about making peace. He just wanted them to engage with him and be with him for no reason, and not even trying to fight for the peace.